You're one of those people who often says words like, I will be happy when I get you. There was a time I used to come from a place of hustling and achieving and basically delayed my joy. And when you really truly understand how important joy is, then you really want to identify those blocks to joy that limit your ability to create and receive the life you truly, truly desire. So, when I say joy generator, what do I mean? Exactly that. You see, anytime you say, I will be happy when, what's happened then is that you have given up your power to something or someone external to determine whether or not you will experience joy. You have absolutely no control over other people's behavior and maybe even less control on what happens outside of yourself. The only thing that you can truly control is how you choose to look at what is happening. So, any I will be happy when is what I call the joy finder. This is where you are seeking joy outside of yourself. The second block is basically when you play smaller than you truly are. This involves bending yourself into a pretzel to fit into some box of maybe current status quo reality instead of accepting that it is no longer what you desire, it's no longer good enough for you, and choosing to do whatever it takes in commitment to a fully purposeful, joyful life that you deserve, by the way. Instead of doing that, you say, well, I can't have it all. You may be right. You may not be able to have all of the things all at once, but you certainly want to have the things that are most important to you. And so, if relationships are important to you, if career is important to you, if health is important to you, if learning is important to you, then no matter how dissatisfied you are with those areas of your life, even if it may seem like a huge mountain, you don't know how to surmount this obstacle, you want to commit with yourself to yourself that that is something that you're going to shift. It is such a sad life when something is no longer acceptable to you and you choose to settle, knowing that if you choose to settle and you do nothing, you may live like this for the next 30 years. That is not a joy generator. Joy generators do not settle for mediocre experiences in life. Perfectionism is another way in which you block your joy. Perfectionism, which is this desire and this need to control everything outside of yourself. So it fits into the rigid lines of what you had decided was right. And sometimes life doesn't work that way. And how many times have I basically gotten so angry, so furious, so upset because something did not tick the box? And when I look back right now, I promise you, I cannot even remember what it was I was upset about. But I do remember that it caused me great pain and agitation. Now, the last thing I really want to share with you is that when it comes to joy, joy is so important in terms of building, creating, receiving that life. Because usually we go through life and you get some knocks. And when you get this knocks, you feel pain. And when you feel pain, you want to protect. So you build a wall, boundaries. The problem with these walls is they're not intelligent. In order to go through life, learning from the pain, turning your wounds into wisdom, it's essential that you create intelligent boundaries. Now, intelligent boundaries have nothing to do with building some kind of fancy wall that's discriminatory based on is it a blessing or is it a lesson? No. Intelligent boundaries are created in the most fascinating of ways. And this is you choosing to calibrate your vibration. When you calibrate your frequency and your vibration to that of joy, you become a magnet for the things you desire. And in doing so in this particular way, which is no longer workaholism, hustling from a place of unworthiness, driving things into the ground, just understanding that that way of being, the joyful way of being, is the way, you are becoming she who has what you want. You become a magnet for that which you desire. You now step into the feminine of being such a powerful point of attraction that all that you want comes to you. And so I invite you to become a joy generator. In everything that you do, infuse it with joy. And I want to share something which is a breakthrough I had recently. I'd gone from super workaholic, didn't care how it made me feel, just get my head down, do it because I was super results oriented, to saying, this year I'm going to do things that bring me joy. I'm going to do things that bring me joy. If it doesn't bring me joy, it gets to stay somewhere else. And a friend of mine said, you've been saying this and it's not sitting well with me. And what's coming up is that nothing brings you joy. You bring the joy. You are the joy. And this is why it's such a huge, powerful shift. When you understand you are the joy, then you realize that no matter what it is that you choose to do, no matter what it is that you choose to give your presence, you can bring the joy. That's a whole new world. It's a whole new world of possibility because now you don't need to avoid certain activities because you don't like them. If those activities are required to take you where you get to go, then you can also choose to be joyful as you tread that path. I'd love to hear what resonates most for you. Which of the blocks was it that resonated the most? Was it playing smaller than you are? Was it saying, I'll be happy when? Was it perfectionism? Was it this holding on to hurt so that you don't feel the pain and you have that wall? Which of those blocks was it that resonated the most? And I can truly say this to you. When you start caring so much about how you feel and really operating from a high vibrational frequency point, then you also become an anchor of light. You become a lighthouse in this world and you allow others do the same. So imagine you do that. Step out in authenticity, allowing people just be who they truly are. And you inspire people to do that and others who do that. Can you imagine how we raise the vibrational frequency of the earth together? Stress, scarcity, doubt, all of these are illusions. By stepping into joy, you shift away from those illusions and you shift into relaxation. You shift into abundance. You shift into bliss. I am delighted. The kind of things that just come into my life, the kind of things I am permitted to witness in the lives of my clients, absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. And so I invite you to step into the identifying one, the accepting two, and the shifting of anything that's between you and truly being a joy generator in this world. Love and light.